The day he finally said no, and meant it. My name's Samantha, I'm 29, and up until a month ago, I thought I had everything under control. See, people always told me I was a catch. And honestly, they weren't wrong. I'm ambitious, stylish, emotionally intelligent, and I don't settle for mediocre. So when I met Daniel 2 years ago at a mid-tier marketing firm called Penrose and Flint, I figured fate had finally handed me someone manageable. Daniel was 31. Tall, polite, the kind of man who probably still said ma'am to his mom. He walked into the office looking like a lost accountant. Perfectly ironed shirt, matching socks, not a single wrinkle out of place. He had this soft, attentive energy. He listened when people talked. He held doors open. He apologized for sneezing. At first, I thought he was kind of adorable in that shy, picked last in gym class kind of way. Predictable. A man who wouldn't cheat, wouldn't argue, wouldn't ever walk away. And I wasn't wrong at first. He made it so easy to fall into something serious. My coffee would magically appear on my desk every morning, precisely the way I liked it. Bad day. Thai takeout at my doorstep before I even texted. He remembered the little things. How I hated cilantro, how I liked sleeping on the left side of the bed, how certain perfumes made me sneeze. So when he finally asked me out, I figured, why not? He wasn't flashy, but he was sweet, solid, the kind of man who would build a future around me. We dated. We moved in. We got engaged. And that is when things started to unravel. Daniel wasn't just supportive, he was compliant. He said yes to everything. Picked the house, the wedding theme, sofa, car. I even vetoed a few of his favorite shirts, and he didn't blink. Whatever makes you happy, babe. That's what he always said. Like a chant. Lullaby. First I loved it. Felt adored. Worshipped even. But the thing is, worship gets boring. It didn't happen overnight. Started with tiny tests. Daniel, skip poker night. Stay in with me. He canceled without hesitation. Daniel, that new intern at work. Stop talking to her. I don't like how she looks at you. He ghosted her by morning. It was like playing a game on easy mode. And with each test I pushed further. I started choosing his outfits, planning his meals, filling his weekends with my plans. And he never pushed back. Ever. He controlled everything. And then, one night I decided to test something deeper. I wanted to see just how far the line could stretch before he'd say something. So over dinner, with a glass of Merlot in my hand and the candlelight soft between us, I dropped it casually. I think we should treat intimacy like a reward system, I said. You do what I say, you get rewarded. You don't, well. He blinked at me. Like he thought I was joking. I didn't smile. You're serious? He asked. Completely, I replied, taking another sip of wine. It's just incentive, babe. Positive reinforcement. He stared at me for a second. Then he set down his fork, wiped his mouth calmly and said, That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And for the first time since I met him, I didn't know what to say. No stammering. No quick apology. He just stood up and walked away. No drama. No shouting. Just gone from the conversation. Something shifted after that. He stopped orbiting me. He started sleeping on the couch. Coming home later. Joining a gym. Going out with coworkers. He stopped asking what I needed. Stopped texting during the day. And the worst part. He stopped looking at me like I was the center of his universe. I told myself he was just upset. That he'd snap out of it. That he needed me too much to leave. But he didn't snap back. He snapped out. One night, I came home late after a girls' night out, half expecting to find him asleep on the couch like always. Instead, he was packing a suitcase. I laughed, thinking it was some dramatic stunt. But he zipped it shut, looked me square in the eyes and said, I'm done, Samantha. Done over what? That dumb conversation. I scoffed, trying to stay in control. He didn't flinch. No. I'm leaving because I finally realized I deserve better than being your project. I'm not your pet. I'm not your puppet. I'm a person. And I'm tired of pretending that just existing for you is enough for me. Then he walked out the door. No fight. No goodbye kiss. No emotion. Just silence. And now, a month later, I sit here alone in this apartment we chose together, staring at a text that says, "Just letting you know I'll be finalizing the divorce next week. Hope you find whatever it is you're looking for." And for the first time in my life, I'm the one who feels powerless. Because I thought I held all the cards. Turns out, the strongest move he ever made was walking away. Stories like this hit home. Subscribe now. We bring you real drama, real lessons, and the kind of truth most people are too scared to say out loud.